It's the German Armed Forces' most powerful towing vehicle. The HX81 is a truck-sized off-road vehicle. With 680 horsepower and its 8-wheel drive, it can cope with any terrain. It's over 10 meters long and weighs 23 metric tons. With a semi-trailer, it can transport tanks of all kinds. Its permissible gross combination weight is then 130 metric tons. It has a top speed of 89 kilometers per hour. Only it can recover and transport the biggest and heaviest tanks. The HX81 is built in Vienna. Everything about the assembly line is slightly bigger.
This is the biggest engine, a V8 with 500 kilowatts and an output of 2,700 newton meters. That's really big.
The Colossus is equipped with 2 cable winches, each of which can pull 25 metric tons, or a bit more if need be. With so much pulling power, the winches can only be tested individually.
That would be 2 times 25 to 26 metric tons with overload, or 52 metric tons. Our ground anchors can't withstand that.
The German Armed Forces call it the Elephant. The Austrian Armed Forces call it the Heavy Load Transport System 70 tons. The Tank Battalion 14 in Wels, Austria, has also recently been kitted out with the mega towing vehicle.
The recovery tank's now been positioned properly so I can put it on with 2 cable winches. The turret will now be slewed to the 6 o'clock position and lashed down. That's the transport position.
Its task is to transport and recover heavy equipment. Everything about the HX81 is bigger and stronger than on any other towing vehicle. Vienna. Motor vehicles have been developed and produced here for over 100 years. Around 1,300 men and women work at this plant.
We produce around 2,000 to 2,500 trucks a year. That includes the military model series HX, the Elephant, of which we produce around 25 to 50 units a year. Its main markets are Australia, the Austrian Armed Forces, and the German Armed Forces.
And this is what it looks like, the HX81. It has a maximum crew of 3. It's 10 meters 33 long and 2 meters 50 wide. At its highest point, the vehicle measures a whopping 3 meters 30. The HX81 is a heavy load transporter with all-wheel drive on 4 axles for the harshest of terrains. The heart of the HX81 is its V8 diesel engine. This unit has a displacement of 16.3 liters and an output of 680 horsepower. The heavy-duty transporter can cope with gradients of up to 60 degrees. Its top speed is cut off at 89 kilometers per hour. Its tanks can hold 840 liters of diesel. The engine's cooler is located behind the cab in a major assembly unit. It's better protected there, and the vehicle also has a steeper angle of approach and departure. The special feature of the HX81 is the 2 cable winches behind the cab. Each has a tensile force of up to 25 tons, enabling the HX81 to pull tanks or other heavy vehicles that have become stranded off-road onto its trailer. The Hessen-Kaserne in Wels in Upper Austria's Alpine foothills. This is where the Austrian Armed Forces Tank Battalion 14 is stationed.
We have 48 main battle tanks that are split into 3 tank companies, and then we have a tank reconnaissance unit, also in the headquarters company, which takes us up to a total of 48 main battle tanks.
And so that they can be deployed faster, the HX81 replaced its predecessor in 2021, something that was urgently necessary.
It was significantly lighter, and the towing vehicle was no longer able to cope with the weight of the Leopard. That's why we decided on this system, which the Austrian Armed Forces call the Heavy Load Transport System 70 metric tons. That means that a payload of up to 70 metric tons is possible.
Sergeant First Class Mario Schmidthaler drives the heavy load transporter in the tank battalion. He's covered several thousand kilometers with the new towing vehicle. He can only drive on public roads with a military police escort. With a length of over 23 meters, his tractor-trailer combination is simply too big. Today's job is to take a tank to a presentation.
We have to collect an M88 recovery tank from Großmittel and take it to the military academy in Vienna Neustadt because its lieutenants stay there. There's a big ceremony and we have to deliver the tank there.
2 drivers are always needed to drive the vehicle. With the semi-trailer, the unladen vehicle-trailer combination already weighs 60 tons, and it can carry a payload of another 70 tons. On the freeway, the HX81 reaches a maximum speed of 89 kilometers per hour.